بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الوحدة العاشرة من سلسلة التجارة باللغة الانكليزية لهيئة الاذاعة البريطانية BBC Courses Unit 10 Language of Business لبنشن فاند ميتينج اجتماع لبحث اعتمادات التقاعد.
Bluetooth mode. Play by USB drive.
The language of business. 10. The pension fund meeting. Ian, what's this about Bob Hardiman being sacked? He's been with the firm since it started, and he's the only real craftsman we've got. Yes, but he rightly points out that there's no call for elaborate hand carving on desks nowadays. We don't need desks like this one you've got here, for example. He says Hardiman is now redundant. Oh, it'll break the old boy's heart. Wait. I've got an idea. What? The pension fund trustees meeting. It's this Thursday. His name's bound to come up if he's being dismissed. His pension will have to be approved. How will that help him? It won't save him from redundancy. No, but that's when we can speak up. There's you and me on one side, and HG and our dear company secretary on the other, which leaves our chairman, Ambrose Harper. And you know what a soft heart he has. The pension scheme itself was his idea. He'll be bound to agree with us. But Ambrose Harper's ill. He's not coming to the pension fund meeting. Oh, Lord. We've got to think of something. Look, I've got another idea. Hardiman left the firm for a while, didn't he? Yes, about 5 years ago. He came back to us 2 years ago. Why did he leave? He went to live in Scotland to look after his father. When his father died, he came back to us. I see. And what happened to all the contributions he paid into the pension fund before he went to Scotland? He left them in the fund. So he still qualifies for a pension? Yes. HG will say he'll get his pension. So what is there to worry about? But the thing is, Ian, is Hardiman entitled to the full pension if he broke his employment with us? Let's look up the articles of the pension fund. Have you got a copy? I'll have a look. Yes, well,
gentlemen, this isn't going to take us very long. You've seen Mr. Buckhurst's pension fund accounts. They're impeccable as usual. So it's only a question of approving them for the sake of the record, right? Do you all agree the accounts?
Yes.
Good. Well, that's all. I presume there's no other business.
Well, there is one thing more, HG. The question of redundancy. The case of Bob Hardiman.
That's a straightforward thing. He gets his pension. Less 3 years or whatever it is. You'll see to that, won't you?
I don't think it's quite as simple as that.
Why on earth not?
Peter will explain. There seems to be some slight difficulty, HG. You see, Hardiman left us for 3 years, as you know.
I know very well he did. I've just said so.
Quite so. But I felt I should look up the articles of the fund. Ian, of course, is already aware of this. It seems that if a period of employment is interrupted for more than 6 months, a further period of 5 years has to be worked before the employee is entitled to a full pension. If Hardiman continues with us until he's due to retire, that is in 3 years' time, there is, of course, no problem. He will be fully entitled. But as things stand at present, he would get, at a rough guess, only about 3/4 of his pension. And we could hardly allow that situation with such an old employee. It would do the company no good at all. He will, naturally, have to be compensated out of the company's funds to make his pension up to the proper amount.
But that's preposterous.
But it does seem to be the only thing to do.
We'll just have to alter the articles.
That would require the chairman's vote, of course.
Oh, dear.
You don't think we could pay the remaining pension out of the company's profits?
No, that would be a very dangerous precedent. No, I won't consider that. Yes, this is your scheme, I'm sure.
Mine, H.T.
Well, you win. We keep Hardiman on for 3 more years. But, Peter, I shall expect you to use your undoubted ingenuity in making full use of it.
Of course, sir.
Well done, Peter.
Not that. Well, we saved old Hardiman his job, but something else is worrying me.
What's that?
Have you heard the latest? Old Ambrose Harper is seriously ill. If anything happens to him, this company will be in a serious position.
Wouldn't Grant take over as chairman?
I wasn't thinking about who will be the next chairman. I was thinking of Ambrose Harper's shares in the company.
What percentage does he hold?
About 50%, I think. Grant's father held the other 50. But when he died, they were divided equally among his 3 children.
What will happen to Ambrose Harper's shares?
They'll be left to his sister, I should think. She's his only surviving relative.
She wouldn't be able to sell them, would she?
I imagine they'd have to be offered, through the company, to the other shareholders first. But can the firm manage to buy them? If not, and if they get into the hands of a firm looking for a takeover, well, we'll be in trouble.
Say these sentences. He's been with the firm almost since it started. He left his contributions in the fund. He still qualifies for a pension. Do you all agree the accounts? A further period has to be worked before the employee is entitled to a full pension. He will have to be compensated out of the company's funds. He holds 50% of the shares. The language of business.
AUX mode.